So today I'm going to work in my idea journal, and if you remember this was my snippet roll, my oversized snippet roll that I did with dryer sheets. So I'm going to add this idea, because I've already done it, but I'm going to add it to my idea journal. But if you remember, I made it specifically for my spring journal, so I want to add some of my snippet roll into the spring journal as well, which is right underneath it, right here. But let's add it as an idea in here first. We will add it why not here? So what I have yet to do is a pocket up top, and I think I'm going to do that with this because it's strong enough, if I glue it down tight enough, to hold things. So I can do it this way, or I can do it this way. So I can have the pocket coming off the side out here and have the fringe there, or I can have it up there and have the fringe up top. Let's do it that way. Now, I've not cut this yet. I've been very curious how the dryer sheet's going to cut. So let's find. Actually, I'm going to cut this edge off right here. Well, that cut pretty well. I'm going to do something a little flowy. Actually, I kind of like it better that way. This one specifically, I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the words. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to cut. I'm going to glue it down first, and then I'm going to cut it. Because it's so thick, and because of the dryer sheet, I'm going to use not that glue. I'm going to use my handy dandy glue. I'm going to have just the fringe off. Clusters, another idea. Oh, masterboards. Look, I did that masterboard. That's too long. Too big. That's too much chaos. That was meant to be a belly band at some point. Oh, these are big. I don't know where else. I made these and they're really too thick for anything. That actually goes with that kind of, look at that. There we go. It was some, I guess, parchment, like some strong cardboard, but it's super thin. I thought maybe I'll try something with that. So I did some jelly print and I put paint plain on the other, but it is stiff and it is strong. It won't get damaged. It won't go away, but yeah. So there's that. But now what I want to do is actually have some fun with my snippet roll in here. Because this is my May through August daily journal. And I want to add a bunch of pockets in it using my snippet. I talked in a previous video. I don't think I'm going to go through my daily journal and do my stuff with you guys. because there's a lot of stuff in my daily life it's pertinent to me, and I want to remember it, but you guys may not really care so much. But I'm not a fan of this. But you may want to see the end result. So I may do a flip through of my daily journals at the end of each time. You do the other half of that. I think we'll just do the other half of that. And so, and then I could spend more time in my how-to journal. Because I've been dying to get into that. We'll cut on the edge, and that way I can cut on the out. Oh, it's much bigger than I thought it was. I should have cut much more. You know what? Maybe we can make this one a small on the bottom. Save that for later. I forgot about the white. I was framing it to the green, not the white. Let's do something with this white edge here. What do we got? It's a green page, but and there's just hints. You may not be able to see it. There's hints of pink in here, and then there's that pink blotch right there. So let's throw some pink on this page, and there's pink over here. Look at that, pink all around. This is such a very bold pink. Oops. I got it over here. In error. I bet you I need it a little bit over here. I'm getting that corner too, look at me. Yeah, that is fun. Oops, too much. Oh, can you see the speckles? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do the rest of that because it's going to get covered. I wonder if I can make that a rough edge. Bet I can. Probably shouldn't be using my fussy cutting scissors for this, but oh well. Okay, that's what we want to do. This was one of the most fun things I've made, this snippet roll. It was an experiment to see if the dryer sheets would work. And they did. They worked quite well. I will say they are bulky using the dryer sheets, because there's basically 3 layers on these. So the dryer sheet, and to make them lay down flat, I did the patterns for sewing. I don't know if you can see it on the bottom. And then I did my offcuts for the rest of it. Pocket. Yay. I just really don't like this pattern. It did not turn out very well. We're going to do the same thing on this one. I'm going to do a belly band on this page. Should be lifting this with another page. I'm not smart today. I'm rushing. I shouldn't be rushing, but I've got so many things I want to do today. Not just this, but other things that I like to do. Now, a belly band, this is not long enough for a belly band, so I'm going to do it this way. Which means I'm going to have this on one side and not the other. So I may have to think of something to do on the other side. Now I just have to decide which side I like best. Do I want that? Or do I want that? That's got flowers on it. What's that? Oh, this has flowers too. It's just covered up with stuff. All right, let's do this page now. This side. Now, how much do we want? Let's do that. Ooh, or to cover this edge. And we get the fringe. We could do the fringe on the outside. We'll do a tuck. I like that. And that should be enough. Put that on the outside, so that's what we're gluing. I want to cut that off, whatever that is. And if I do something with this page, I'll start messing with that a little bit more. Or maybe I'll come back after this. I just want to get some of this into my thing. I'll just do that. It's gonna be a tiny side pocket. I think I may make a little extra pocket here. Just a big old pocket. And then I could do some huge decoration on the top of this. Okay, that's what we're doing. And I'm making, maybe make another tiny pocket out of that. And I think I'll be done with the pockets. Done with the pockets. I do need to maybe make this straighter. You know what? I think we're good with that. And I cut the extras bits off. The middle of that went out a little bit. Okay, gluing time. I think this will be fine. I'm just going to glue the bottom for now because that side is really wonky. Okay. I just glued, I glued the side. And it really wants to go down. It's like, we're ready to be part of the team. Maybe when that dries, I may cut it some more, but right now that's fine. And I think that's all I'm gonna do with my snippet roll for now. I did want to do a belly band, but I still have tons more left. And maybe I'll find a use for that later. But, so that's all I wanted to do in my spring journal today. Just wanted to get those in. And you may see me do things in here from time to time if I think it's something the general population would enjoy. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep it to myself. Oh, I do need to make some pockets for very specific things. I do like what I did. I made this for my resolutions. but I do want to make... Okay, so I decided to make this my, my garden page, so I can explain what happens to my garden throughout the year to myself. And for some strange reason, I feel like this goes with this page. It probably doesn't to most people, but I like it, and it fits in there. I don't like this edge, so I am going to make some kind of a, it's got little flowers on it, so that kind of works. I'm going to try and make this angle by clipping the things and gluing them together. See if I can do something like that. I could do it underneath though, but I think I'd like it better on top. So, this is an experiment. It may go very poorly. I'm going to kind of do it like I do the corners on my frames. I don't have to do that. Oh, my things. I need a bigger desk. Don't we all? Okay. So this is the side I want on the inside. I want to put the center right here. And not much of it really needs to go. Okay, we're going to use this, the 3-in-1, because it takes longer to dry, but it just holds this kind of cloth better. You know what, I'm going to glue this. That's what I'm going to do. I just want a hint of that come over the edge. So there's that. And, oh, there they are. I got these from the Dollar Tree. They're little wooden things. They came in a packet of 6, 2 of each of them, but I think I'm just gonna, oh, it's okay. Oh, they're like cardboard, so I'll make sure to glue that down really well. Actually, and that, and a flower right there to go behind that one. I like that. May not be the look for everyone, but I like it. That has a piece that hasn't been popped out yet. See if I can get it without completely breaking off the stem of my thing. Actually, I think this is the side that's supposed to be shown. Just flip them. Oh. Okay. This really needs precision, so I'm going to go back to my other glue. Let's glue this one first because I'm scared. cardboard, so it's technically paper. I don't know if technically is the right word, but basically. Husband and I have a joke. It's even funnier now that I said that. People say basically in order to avoid saying which is good because is not really I took speech class, and my speech teacher, professor, whatever, in college, she didn't break me. She tried to break me of saying and she did for that class. It was really good for a few years. But I never had to get up in front of public speaking since then. This is basically the closest I do to that. Yeah, but see, I'm gonna catch myself every time today now that I say Dollar Tree has been selling a lot of these little wooden things. They've really stepped up their game this year, and I wonder if it has anything to do with JoAnn leaving the scene. Maybe probably not, because they're... But it could be. Either way, I enjoy shopping there from time to time. So, is that strong enough? It's really not that thick of a card. Okay, so I'm back. Now it's a little thicker. So I decided I left a little outline on the squirrel because I thought he might blend in too much. And then I thought, that's all. I'm going to have to cut off part of his tail. Or I can make him go this way. But if he's going in the thing that way, here. He could be peeking out, trying to steal my stuff. Maybe actually that's what I'll do. I'll send him sideways. And that way I can actually cut him all the way out. No, I still need that so I can see him. Okay, but I wanted to put some stuff in the background on him. And I've got all of these things, which I've used before. Oops. Let's clean up this area a little bit. It's getting crazy. Sorry about that. And do that. And before I start gluing, I'm going to go ahead and just do some stuff around the border. I love these brushes. They're amazing. I don't know why that gets so dirty sometimes. Actually, I should probably do this with... First things first, this first. try and not do this so aggressively so that you don't shake the camera. Need to be doing this on, I had a piece of paper out. There it is. Waste not, want not. Where it goes a little brown from time to time. I think I've contaminated my ink pad, which I would not be surprised at. And where's the big one? Because of this. Because I do this. I only have limited supplies, so I don't get dedicated brushes for... I only have 3 of these brushes. I'm only one in this big. Okay. Get my paper towel ready. What am I doing? Yeah. Oh, it's warping on the inside. This is why you use thick paper. You know what? We're going to make that look intentional, and we're going to crease all the edges. How about that? So look, it's old. Okay, I'm starting to think this was a happy accident. I'm kind of liking that layered look on the outside. Just gotta force the page to it so it'll fold. I could do it more by making this side wet, but I think that's good enough. See what it did? The crease. I like happy accidents. But I think I changed my mind, and on the very edge, just hints. I want vintage. Since vintage photo. I do like the coffee, the espresso one better. It's darker, and I really don't want... I want bright and cheery. I need bright and cheery right now. Don't we all? Now we can work on the front. Now let's work on Mr. Squirrel. So, if we make him where he's peeking out, I need him more to this side. I've got this greenery because I do mostly herbs in my garden. I'm not, if I do anything too difficult, it dies on me. I'm not the best. I've used these two together before. I do grow tomatoes and a ton of peppers. Peppers grow extremely well here. In Oklahoma. Remember, it's going this way. My dog is snoring. How about a pop of color? I would love to do a pop of pink, but it would just fade away. About white with a little yellow. Blends in too much with that. How about this big old sunflower? Eh. Oh, this is cute. Let's get rid of that. What? Half deciding that I don't want hardly anything and just a little bit behind him. I am going to cut more out of him. Be right back. Okay, so there he is, all cut out, all linked up. And the question is, how much do I really want to put behind him? Okay, but what I want to do is lighten up what's behind him with do we want to try that pink or is that too dark? I want to try with that blue. That did really well the last time I tried it. So this, let's make sure it does look white. It looks kind of gray. Maybe we should try the amber. These look too Christmassy to me, so they're not going in. Where's that one token flower? Maybe he's like smelling the flower. I mean, it's 2 flowers. It's technically 3, but it doesn't look like flower. That's too much. I think that's it. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna take Mr. Squirrel off and glue these down the way they are. Maybe I should glue Mr. Squirrel down where they're not touching, and I can work them around. On his head. Oh, here's a flower. That's cute. Okay. Mr. Squirrel's down. Probably shouldn't include that yet. What's he doing? There we go. I'll just chop this off. That's what's bothering me. So we'll just get rid of it. Let's get his feet down. Give him a perch. The leaf that fell to the ground and he's just sitting on it. wasn't it? Like that. I will glue these down better once I get them in place. First things first. Okay. And I have to snip off this. I need to snip off these. On the move. This glue does dry clear, mostly. We will see soon because it dries fast. What I think I may do when this dries is outline Mr. Squirrel in black. Normally I would do a topper, but that's what's getting hidden. So he's come to eat my garden. Let's do some outlining. I think he's going to stand out much better with a little outline on him. I wish all the squirrel wanted was the nuts. I would feed him nuts. I mean, he already eats the bird seed, which is what I think brought him to the yard early this year. Trying to mark on the squirrel and not where I normally want to, because that's plastic and it's not working out for me. Logically so. What is as well define everything since we're here. He's an angry squirrel because there's no food for him yet. I don't want to stick this in its little container place until it's completely dry. But I can do it long enough to show you guys how it's all gonna look. I tried on a different thing to outline these things. It just didn't look right, so I'm not gonna do that. They can just blend into the background and we'll be fine with that. So this will be a card so I can monitor my garden. Little card. Hiding in my garden constantly. Little thief. So that's all. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for hanging in there and seeing me through the end of this. And I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.